The views expressed in this video are solely those of the author, Chris Rogers, and do not represent the views or opinions of the Catholic Softball Group. Using the word reckless might sound like an odd choice when describing God's love for us. However, when viewed in the light of Christ's sacrifice, it makes perfect sense. God the Father knew that He was sending His Son to destruction on the cross, and Jesus agreed to it. They did this even though it took a toll mentally and destroyed a body, all because they chose to save humankind, which they loved, still love, and will continue to love for eternity. The word vicar finds its origin from the Latin word vicarius, which means a substitute, a deputy, or a proxy. Another way to state it is that someone is acting in the person of someone else. Since Jesus deputized Peter as the first pope, and that succession continues to this day, whoever holds that office is considered the Vicar of Christ. "We are legion," said the countless demons in unison that had infected the man in the region of the Gerasenes. It was a nice way of putting it, since legion means many. At that particular moment in the presence of Christ, the demons were acting like chickens and asked to be transferred to a legion of pigs. When Jesus performed this exorcism, the 2,000 piggies did not go to market, but instead they ran off of a seaside cliff and drowned. It was partly because of miracles like these that many converted to Christ and formed the Lord's Legion that we know as the Catholic Church. St. Paul wrote to the Gentiles at Ephesus, "You are no longer foreigners and strangers, but fellow citizens with God's people, and also members of His household." The ironic part of this statement to the Ephesians is that even though Paul was affirming that they belonged as members of God's people, they were still foreigners in the earthly world. We as Christians live this life as pilgrims on a journey towards our homeland. We are citizens of heaven. The best way to hammer heretics is with the truth. The Gnostics who believed matter was evil, the Arians who thought Jesus was not God, and a 2nd century man named Montanus who thought he was the Holy Spirit had some things in common that made them heretics. They were baptized, refused to be corrected, and they denied a teaching revealed by God who was then clearly defined by the Church. Those who commit heresy are not lost, but are in great need of conversion by way of the Church of the Living God, which is the pillar and foundation of the truth.